I was so happy that this conference finally happened because it got rescheduled from last year due to, life. And I was just so excited about coming to this training because I know how much Eric and the group up at UCP are so excited about what they do, and they're seeing great outcomes in their learners. And to be part of all of that energy and excitement is so totally me and what I do. So I was really excited about coming. And then when I was trying to figure out my topic, what I would speak about, I am a speech language pathologist by training. I teach communication, and everyone has the right to a communication system. There is a Communication Bill of Rights out there that states that everyone has the right to make requests, everyone has the right to reject, everyone has the right to comment about the world around them. If you're not speaking as your form of communication, then we have to find a way for you to communicate. And there's different modalities that we can teach the learner. It's learner specific, it's learner centric, and we have to figure out the best way to teach a communication system. So when we talk about challenging behaviors, severe challenging behaviors, many times the BCBAs that I work with say that that is related when they figure out why those behaviors are occurring. They tell us that it's sometimes, and a lot of the times, due to the inability to communicate. So cue in the SLP who can then help. Not that anybody can teach communication, but clearly that's, my focus and my area of expertise. So when I was figuring out my topic, I thought, well, why don't I get into teaching functional communication skills to prevent challenging behaviors? It's one thing to say, this is what the learner needs to do. It's another thing to say, how are you going to teach it? And that's what I think at our company we do very, very well. We have evidence-based teaching strategies that will improve our learners' functional communication skills. And as a result, they're happy, everyone understands them, they're able to access lots of reinforcers in the world and build relationships, and the people that are working with them, see all those great results as well. So I work for Pyramid Educational Consultants. A lot of people know us as the home of the Picture Exchange Communication System. Andy Bondi and Lori Frost are the co-developers of PECS. We're using backward chaining as a teaching strategy. We're using constant and progressive time delays. We're using shaping. So all of those nice evidence-based teaching practices are involved in the skills that we're teaching. But we also teach around the pyramid approach to education. And it's a way to design any effective educational environment, whether you're working in the home, school, or in the community. Oh, I absolutely love working with UCP. So I worked with them initially, I believe, in 2018, where I was hired to do our one-day presentation on teaching critical communication skills. It was absolutely wonderful. The energy was amazing. The spectrum of learners from, age ranges from preschool through residential, and I love working with all ages, and I think we should be working with all ages. The staff was committed. The staff was participatory in my trainings. And then the best part about all of this is I got to do classroom consultations. It's one thing for someone to show you what to do, model what to do, have you practice with constructive feedback, watching videos, but then when I'm in the trenches with them, with the actual learners, and being able to problem solve and troubleshoot, that was fantastic. So much so that they got permission to take video, and a lot of the videos of the learners at UCP are in our trainings.
Oh, nice.
So it's so nice when I can be presenting and say, these are my learners from a program that I consult to in Central New York. Yeah. Everything that they're doing academically, everything they're doing behaviorally, everything they're doing vocationally, communication is pervasive, right? You can't do any of that without a communication system. So being able to be part of that piece for this group has been wonderful for me as a speech pathologist. So I feel very fortunate to be able to work with this group. I'm seeing a lot of self-advocacy, how we can teach our learners to self-advocate, and that pivots really, really nicely into what we're doing at Pyramid as well, because asking for help is advocating for yourself. You're not waiting for someone to help you, you're indicating and you're initiating that you need help. Asking for a break. Everyone has the right to a break, and this was all part of what I taught in my workshop that I did at the conference, teaching our learners to have control over their schedule. I'm not going to tell you what you have to do every minute of every day. We might have structure throughout our day, but there's tons of choice within that schedule as well. Teaching our students to follow directions, oral directions, visual directions, requesting things that they want, that's all coming from the learner. We follow the learner's needs. We do not force anyone to do anything. I've never forced a learner to do anything in my entire career. I follow their lead, and then I help. And then I stop helping because I want you to be independent. So that's what we're all about at Pyramid. We're all about best practices, evidence-based practices, helping people to live the best life that they can. We're always looking long-term. Can you be employable, live as independently as possible, take advantage of the world around you? And we want to give our learners the skills to do that.